Certainly, sir. And I went and he went over and he told Mr. Justice Hardy to put his jacket on. And Mr. Justice Hardyman obliged. And looked at me with fury in his eyes. Nevertheless, I want to pay him a tribute by reading this section of this judgment from 2011. And the first paragraph is really about the whole idea that we encounter. Is it possible for the people to be protected in a different way than we talk about in terms of our everyday right to be free? For example, if there is a genuine crisis, if you can imagine, if there is something that really happens suddenly, you're in a church, say, or a theatre, and a fire breaks out. Well, some of the stronger men may just barge through and start picking people up and unceremoniously carrying them out on their shoulders and throwing them outside and to get them to safety. This is clearly a breach of their rights. But it is a right, it is justified, it is proportionate to the situation and the gravity of the situation which pertains at that moment. And that, I think, is the key to this, that there would be such a moment. The point is that this is in no way proportionate. Not just because the numbers, even at the time it was framed, were in no way justified anything like this. Because if that were to be assumed, if that were to be declared, then it would mean that every year, from about the middle of October to the middle of June, we would have to declare a lockdown for the flu. Because the flu every year causes approximately the same level of casualties, of deaths, as this COVID-19 is alleged to have, by the way. The figures are largely falsified because virtually anything now, doctors will tell you, if they're honest doctors, can be attributed to COVID-19. There was a joke going around, man killed, he was knocked down by a steamroller, he died of COVID-19. So this first paragraph is about that idea. He says it must be clear to even the strongest proponent of the need for the decisions of public authorities to be approached applying fair procedures that it must, in rare and clearly defined circumstances, yield place to other imperatives. In other words, there are situations where we have to grab things by the scruff of the neck and deal with the crisis. A property owner, he says, has a clear right to have his property respected by the state and safeguarded from trespass or seizure by others. But there may be imperatives arising from a state of war or armed rebellion, an accident, or an acute emergency created by fire, natural disaster, or other sudden and extreme circumstances which justify transient trespass upon his property without his consent, or without taking the time to see if he, as owner, wishes to urge any reason against it. So that if there's an emergency, you don't have to stand on ceremony. It's clear. Thus, the placing of a fireman's ladder in one's garden to save and peril life and property does not require audi alterum partem if the garden's owner is absent. In other words, you don't need to apply to a judge to be able to put the ladder in your garden if you're not there to give permission, if there's a necessity to rescue somebody from the top window of the house next door. It's clear. That's the point he's making. But it is the business of the law to identify such circumstances. Otherwise, the cry of emergency would be sufficient to set all rights aside at the whim of the executive. Our Constitution makes specific provision for war or armed rebellion. It is not for the courts to extend those provisions to a situation which is not one of war or armed rebellion. That would require a decision of the people in a referendum if they thought it necessary or prudent to confer such unreviewable powers on the state. The cry of emergency is an intoxicating one, producing an exhilarating freedom from the need to consider the rights of others and productive of a desire to repeat it again and again. It is abundantly clear, therefore, that only the provisions of Article 28.3.3 is the state freed from constitutional restraint by virtue of declaring a state of emergency under its existing provision, or in the event that a situation requires as much, by amending them to the needs of the situation at the time obtaining. It's very clear. It could not be clearer. 28.3.3 is, that's it. They do not have the authority to do any of the things they have done. There is no basis for it, there is no justification for it, there is no question of proportionality. It is completely bogus. And that gentleman who was shouting at me a short time ago doesn't know his art. person.
God love him.
So, I'll just finish up because I don't want to, I know it's warmer than it was, and those people seem to have quite miraculously.
They're listening to you, John.
But
They're going to the next class, the geography next, I think.
I just want to say this finally, that the Constitution lay there for all those years, nearly 80 years now. And did we imagine that a court of this country could look at the denial of the most fundamental rights of our people, where people could be stopped in the street, interrogated about where they came from, where they were going to, told to move on from a park bench, or lying on the grass on
I
the
just got
towel?
told I couldn't walk through there to come through this to the beach.
Did we ever imagine that we could find a situation where
I
our neighbours, our friends, our loved ones would be alone dying in their beds without the ministering hands of a friend, of a relative, of a daughter, of a son, of a grandchild? Did we imagine that we would not be able to hug our own grandchildren on pain of imprisonment, on pain of being fined by people who are wearing uniforms, who are in our employ ostensibly? Did we imagine such a thing? Did we really think, did we understand that all those years that what we thought was a charter of our freedoms was in fact a dispensation for tyranny? Is that what we thought this is? A dispensation for tyranny? That a judge can tell you no, it can be set at naught if Leo Varadkar or Simon Harris or any of these people say, oh, I think there's something going to happen. I think something terrible might happen soon. And they don't have to prove it, they don't have to even check it out, they don't have to do due diligence, they don't have to call in experts who might have dissenting views, they just simply push the button, which by the way they pushed having already set in all this machinery in place already, long before any of this came to notice. So this is our moment to really think about this point, that no more can we walk around airily without thinking, imagining perhaps deep inside in ourselves that we're walking around. I'm walking around. So what? So what? I'm walking around. Big deal, isn't it? Big deal. Well, yes. Now it turns out that it is quite a big deal. And this is something that can be taken from you by somebody who doesn't feel the need to obey his own rules himself and has the corrupt press at his back to write all kinds of spin in the dark of night while we're all abed in order to prevent the crisis which they envisaged might happen in the morning if the truth were to get out. So, this is not their constitution, this is our constitution, this is our government. We are our own government and this is our charter of government. The government, even if it were an elected government rather than a de-elected government, which is what it is, would have no authority to do what it has done. No authority whatsoever. And that is what we will show one day. One fine day, I think. Because it will happen very soon. Because soon, I'm sorry to say, the catastrophe to be unleashed by these events will hit. And then the people who are responsible for this calamity will be running for the hills, pulling their trousers up behind them as they go. Thank you very much.
Thanks, John.